I love working with Rachael because she's sort of like my older daughter, so she's a bit more like family, and it's just really good taking her out and having fun, doing fun things with her like I would with my girls.
My relationship with Rach, I see her as a little sister. She's just a few years younger than me, and we bicker like sisters. We got in each other's nerves like sisters, but there's also a lot of love in our relationship. We have a lot of jokes, we have a lot of fun.
I feel like it's probably more of a big sister, little sister situation than an employer and employee or a support worker and a person with a disability. We're actually quite close. She has a similar sense of humour to mine, which is a little bit wicked.
From a very early age, I realised that Rachael was going to have different needs to her peers, but I still wanted her to have the same outcomes as her peers and have a life of her own. So I was very strategic in setting goals, working with things that she was interested in.
She's really, really sharp as a whip. She's just straight on to every little joke that she can get. It's, yeah, really fantastic.
I'm watching my daughter thrive, doing what she wants to do. Self-management is not an easy, you can't turn off and let someone else take charge. You do need to have an active involvement in it to help get things going. Once you get things going and you get a really good team of support workers together, now they're running the show and they sometimes pull me aside and say, hey, have you thought about this? And been doing other things with her that I probably would have been overprotective.
No, this way, stop. Working directly with the family is really good because I get to talk to Joe and Rachael and work straight with them and the best ways for the family and not have to worry about too much outside influence, so I can work really well with exactly what Rachael and her mum want. Talk with the Palomino.
It means that there is a lot of flexibility in what we do. I can approach Joe and Rachael directly with any changes that I feel would benefit myself or them.
It's not an organisation with day programs on a certain Monday, you know, you've got to go bowling, Tuesday is swimming. I feel like it is more choice and control of what she wants to do.
She's got support workers her own age who really get her, are really encouraging her to build her own skills, stepping back when they need to step back. And if we were with a service provider, there's always been this thing where you weren't allowed to have a relationship with the people that you were supporting. And that's just not possible, not to have a relationship with somebody that might spend 20 hours a week with.
You say bye, Lucy. Oh, lovely.
Self-managing allows us to build those relationships in a positive way and still keep the professional boundaries that need to be there.
Working with the girls with Rachael is great. We're a great team together. We've got our own Facebook group chat page so we can organise things like Sydney trips or going to organise Joe's 50th or talk about swapping shifts between us if one of us is busy, and it works really well.
Who do you want to visit?
You know, visit Pip.
We have great communication between the whole staffing and we're all really good friends outside of work.
She's working from 11 today.
We're not just colleagues, we are friends because we do work so closely together, and it's such a great place to work when you're part of the family.
Put some sugar in.
We all talk in detail daily, which gives a person-centred approach to Rachel's goals and the things that we strive for her to achieve.
She actually gets to choose what she wants to do.
Another push.
There's also responsibility as well, so it's not all directly all the fun stuff, because as we all know, there's the day-to-day household tasks that have to be done if you want to go out and do the fun stuff. And she's really, really proud of herself when she's tidied a room, when she's cleaned the house, done the laundry. So she actually can't wait to get in and get that done first thing in the morning, ready to go on with her day.
When I first started with her, she was a lot more quiet and not as capable and confident in everything. So these last 2 years, she's blossomed heaps. She's out there more, she's cooking in the kitchen, she's pegging out her washing, she's out doing archery and swimming and horse riding and pole dancing, and it's amazing how well she's developed and grown.
And happy to be what she is doing. not just forced to do something because it's that day.
The improvements I've seen in Rachael in the last 2.5 years are various and almost endless. When I started, Rach would barely walk. She was on all fours. She's just come such a long way physically.
The one thing that is really crucial is in any support worker is that they assume capacity in my daughter. So they assume that she has the skill sets to do anything that we could dream of anyone else her age doing. So once you assume that ability, then there's likelihood of it happening.
Physically, she's got a lot stronger since doing the horse riding and the pole dancing, all that core strength and muscles, and she's a lot straighter and lasts longer and doesn't get as tired as quickly. Pole dancing, she used to maybe do 20 minutes, and now we're getting almost a whole hour of pole dancing before she's ready to go home and put her feet up.
We're going to go again.
Also socially, it was a real struggle to do shopping, to go to social events, to attend classes, to do workshops. Those sorts of things were sensory-wise just a little too much of a struggle for her, and now there's nothing that she can't achieve with some help.
Rachael has an active life. People know her in her community. That's one thing that creates safety, is being known in your community. That's a big plus for me. For Rachael to be able to choose her support workers,
Hi, Rachel.
I do the initial interview, then Rachael has the final say-so. She has to be happy with who she's spending her time with, and by choosing our own support workers, we can achieve that.
Rachel's social, mental and physical achievements relate to the fact that we are directly employed by Rachael and her mother Jo.
I would like her to live in her own home, independent of me, as any other parent would like for their adult children. And so we're working towards how that's going to happen.
She just continues to surprise us every day with the leaps and bounds that she makes.
Self-management means that Rachael has a happy individual life doing things that she's choosing to do.